right. So, like, I think knowing your story, what I would say is like a pivotal moment for everything that we talking about right now. Like, what I would say is a pivotal moment in your life is when you caught an attempted murder charge in 1997. Am I correct when I say that?
Yeah. Real pivotal moment. Real pivotal moment. Yes, of course. Yeah.
What was ironic about like that time is that you bonded out on that charge, and you said like during the trial when while you were out on bond, you and the person that was pressing charges against you, y'all was getting into shootouts.
Yeah.
And altercations.
Yeah.
How was that like even possible?
Man, you tell me. That was. I'm glad you know this might be one of the best interviews because this is shit that people don't know about me. But yeah, that was my pivotal moment in life was because that was when something said a self-awareness check of what's really keeping it real. You know what I mean? Here I am, came from an abusive child, being abused, foster homes, sleeping on abandoned houses, washing my nuts in my friends' sink, to finally making some money, putting my neighborhood on. All the street guys that's in the neighborhood, they getting on through me. You see what I'm saying? And then a nigga that get out of jail that thought I was still the young guy you could bully that was homeless foster kid, you thought you could still bully, gets out of jail and just feel like he can do anything, you know what I mean? And it was a weird moment, you know what I mean, at that time, because this guy was 350 pounds, just got out of jail, moving around like Suge Debo style for real. And yeah, man, the motherfucker, he tried me, bro. Like he tried me broad daylight, and I unloaded the fucking clip like right in his face at 3 in the afternoon in front of kids jump roping outside, people outside. Yeah, you know what I mean? And I don't regret it. I would do it again. Like real fucking talk. Like, you know what I mean? When that happened to me, in the moment of my life, I was so upset when I pulled off. I didn't know if he was dead or not because he had swung on me. So I mind you, and I'm just a big dude, so my whole face was like blood, my shit was toe up. And as I was speeding to get away on the Lodge Freeway, all I could think about was this motherfucker put his hands on me. I didn't even know if he was dead. I didn't know nobody else was shot. I was just so fucking angry at the fact that this motherfucker had nerve enough to steal from me when I asked about it, punch me. Like, oh my God, I was so fucking mad, bro. Like, oh my God, I'm so mad now thinking about it.
Yeah,
mad, bro.
And I was gonna ask you that, like, you being the person that you are today, like obviously evolved, and a lot more since that moment.
Yeah.
If you could like come face to face with him today, like, what would you say?
That's a great question. It's weird because my sister got a baby by his brother. Yeah, that's the weird part. So it's like, and my sister dead now, so I don't see that. Like I don't see it with dudes. Like we've asked about each other through third parties. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't think that we can ever have a real sit down. I don't think we can ever really have it. And I don't know if I'm sure he's not mad at me, but I don't know if I can do it, like, because I'm fucked up in the head, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm fucked up in the head. And as I get older, I'm starting to realize that. I didn't realize that before. It was just like, but yeah, I know, I bury myself in work because I know, like, I never want to go back to emotions and back to things that I was living and seeing and feeling. So I just bury myself in work. So I don't even know if that moment can happen with me and him. If I did see him today, man, God bless you, bro. God bless you and shit. God bless me, boy. Because it was finally over at one point. Once I beat the case, I think he had just kind of like let it go. Because we was really trying to kill each other every single day. Like every day this dude was on me. His brother, me is just back and forth every fucking day. Cars shot up, houses, doors kicked in, you know what I mean? And this is all going on every day. And me having a sister that got a baby by this family, you know what I mean? And we all grew up together. So it was very close. It divided the neighborhood, you know what I mean? All type of shit like that. It was weird.
Right. So yeah. So you actually beat the case. You beat it in self defense, right?
Yeah, I beat it in self-defense. I went on the stand and said that's what I did. I don't know if I went on the stand or not. I don't even think I went on the stand. I think I had a shout out to Wright Blake, Cornelius Pitts, Byron Pitts. That's the family on Murtha. Yeah, I ain't gonna stand. As a matter of fact, that's what my case was for. Yeah, like that nigga hit me. I didn't know what to do. I swung. I shot.
Right.
The only problem was I left the scene. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Right. So you also in '97 you end up dropping your first album, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that album was called Lifestyles of the Rich and Infamous.
Correct.
Okay. Were you signed to Costa Nostra at that time?
No, I didn't even know. I knew of Baby Ray, but I didn't know Baby Ray then.
Okay.
No, this is a shout out to my brother Rudy on Murtha, part of our thing that we grew up with. The guys that I was dealing with back then, you know what I mean. It was an East Side Squad, it was Hassy Boys that was real serious, and yeah. So during that time, it's over with. But the boss, we would say, he went to jail. Him and the right hand went to jail. They got caught with 25 bricks and 3 bricks of boy in New York at the time. You know what I mean? One of the spots, shit got fucked up out there. They end up fighting it. So why? They're fighting an indictment, whole huge indictment on everybody. They had just put a studio down, and I was the main artist on the studio, you know what I mean, in the studio. And we could have been literally the Cash Money of that era, because the dude, he was just like Baby. He had Baby, you know what I mean? He was Baby. Like, he was Baby. He was the first Baby I seen, like, for real. And it was the real live Baby. And, yeah, but once he went to jail, his brother continued the shit, Rudy, and he the one that put out the first official album of mine. And then he ended up going to jail.